And Gwin picking up right where you left off last year.
Yeah, thank you. It feels good.
Second time in 3 years, putting the brand new bike on the top of the box.
Yeah, that's our motto. First race, first place. John and I always had that. Until last year, we were undefeated at the first race together, and the weather wrecked it. But no, it's fun. We just have a good time, and it's an honor, man, to be able to win these things, and it's just a lot of fun for us. So we've been working hard for sure all off season, and the new bike's working really well, and yeah, everything's just grooving. Everybody on the team had a pretty good weekend this weekend too, so I'm stoked that Neko and Angel are healthy and had good weekends, and yeah, man, we're just having a lot of fun.
Speaking of Neko, 12th place.
Yeah.
And as an American, you guys had 5 riders in the top 15.
Yeah.
And 3 on the podium, and we were talking. We're not even sure if that's ever happened before.
Yeah, I don't think it has. Yeah, it's cool, man. Like I've noticed we've been building for a few years back in the U.S. There's been a lot of talent coming up, and guys like Neko have been capable of these kind of results for 5 years. You know, he's just kind of had some rough luck and some crashes and different things. So it was good to see him even get through a practice crash that was pretty bad the first day, and then be able to put that behind him and ride good today. So yeah, with Luca Dakota on the podium too, like yeah, we got the fast guys at home, man. I'm really stoked for them.
Young guys too.
Yeah. It's looking good long term. So I'm stoked, and the racing at home is always really tight when we race nationals and stuff like that. So it's I knew it was just a matter of time until they can put it together at a World Cup level. So it was pretty cool.
A little bit different kind of track this weekend, shorter but really brutal from the get-go. That changed the way you approached your race run?
Kinda, yeah. It was a little bit of a weird track to race because it was short, so you feel like you really need to you need to be on it, you really need to push, and usually on short tracks you can kind of just go all out because it's not long enough to need really any kind of fitness. But because it was so rough, for me anyways, if I really attacked the track hard, it was worse because you would just beat your bike to death, and you were hitting rocks, and you took a lot of risk from having a crash or cutting a tire or something. So I never felt really fast all weekend. Like none of my times felt all that great because it was just kind of one of those tracks. It was slow and tight and a little bit different. So you really had to be disciplined and patient riding. So that was the plan today, was just to be smooth and not have any big issues and try to hit all my lines. And I knew the times would be tight, so I just tried to relax and accept that and just do my thing and figure out where it put me.
All right, well, doing your thing seems to be working. Congrats again.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
Yeah. Boom.
Brook MacDonald, first place in quali, first place in time training. Didn't go your way today.
No, I didn't. I was hoping, like the saying, you know, all good things come in 3. But that didn't happen today.
Take away some confidence from the weekend, though.
Oh, for sure. Definitely a lot of confidence taken away from here. Yeah, collarbone, just a minor setback. So
spend some time together.
Yeah, I think I'll be. Well, my goal is to be good for full William. Definitely push hard to get everything done right and recovery and yeah.
So you broke your collarbone and you got up and you rode the rest of the track.
Yep, I wasn't too keen to get walked down by the medics. I knew like I was reasonably fine to ride down.
It's kind of tough sometimes.
And I wanted to get across the finish line.
If there's any doubt who the hardest man in downhill is right now, I think that's been put to rest.
Yeah, I mean, I normally get up from big crashes like that, but that one knocked me pretty hard. It was more the winded, like I was really badly winded, like it was pretty horrible, like couldn't breathe.
It's not clear from the video from that angle that you fell a good, it's probably 10 feet down, 9 feet, 8 to 10 feet down.
Yeah, it was a good drop, but it doesn't faze me.
Loris Vergier, race day's over. Any last thoughts on the first time in Croatia?
I think it was a great race. Hard to pace yourself to just have the right speed because it was just like really slippery for everyone, so you cannot really push for it. But it was great. I think not many crashes, I guess, but a lot of mechanical, and like you have to be smart. So I guess it's just a good venue with the good weather and I don't know, hard track. So
Greg Minnaar, post race, first time in Croatia. A bit of bad luck today with a flat tire, but what are your last thoughts on the track and the racing today?
Oh, just cool. I mean, it was a pretty tough week, and I think we managed to put together a pretty good race, and then flat unfortunately ended things, but still salvaged some points. I think I ended up 13th, so that's pretty cool.
So you end up the next round still protected then?
Yeah, well, I think I'll be protected all year, but still, you know, 13th, or hopefully if that's my worst position, so that's not too bad, considering last year we had a couple of really bad results. So, yeah.
It seems this week you didn't take a lot of practice runs, but you spent a lot of time looking at the course and walking it. Did you approach it differently?
I did. I actually had a really big crash last week in San Romolo in testing, and probably one of the biggest crashes I've ever had. And so I was quite lucky to get away with it somewhat. And then this week just trying to recover and trying to save the body, and managed to get through most of it. So that was mainly most of the struggle, but I felt pretty good come race day. Yeah.
How was it seeing Luca pull off second place?
That was cool. I mean, he rode so well all week. He rode well in testing last week, and he had a lot of confidence. It's good to see. I mean, he made a bit of a bobble up top, and he just recovered from it so well. It was really good, really well.
Fresh out of doping control?
Yeah.
So you told us a little bit about your impressions of the track first day.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling after that result?
Stoked, stoked with my run. Felt pretty good on it. Got a little loose in a couple sections up top, but just kept going, pumped and pedaled as hard as I could towards the bottom, and kind of surprised myself with second. I didn't think I could, yesterday I had a really good run in qualies and didn't think I could take a ton of time off, and then it turned out that no one really did, so pretty pumped with that. So good start to the year.
Relatively short track, probably 2 minutes of actual technical difficult sections.
If that.
Were you able to push the whole way down, or did you have to still kind of to dial it back a bit in sections to have a clean run?
I think to get a perfect run, you just had to push from the get-go. So, I kind of struggled with that. I hit the first few sections pretty good, and then started making tiny mistakes, and tried to kind of keep my composure and keep pushing. But it wasn't easy. So. It's easy to make mistakes on this track. It's slippery and pretty easy to go offline and hit the sharp rocks and get a flat or whatever. So pretty happy with how I rode. So
all right.
Stoked.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Neko Mulally, 12th place today, one of 5 Americans in the top 15. How stoked are you?
Really pumped. Great way to start the season. Had a good solid run, and just something to build on for the rest of the races.
Talk to me a little bit about the racetrack. I know got riders' reactions the first day after the track walk. How did it change as you guys rode it in over the last couple of days?
It changed a whole lot. It definitely got rougher. Any place there was a little bit of dirt got burned off, and the rocks got a little bit sharper. But it was a great track. I think the whole event all together ended up going off really well. There's a lot of people here spectating, and it probably looked pretty cool with the jumps at the top, and then you could watch most of the run. There's hardly any tracks where you actually see the whole thing, and this one you could see pretty much all of it. So I think that was cool. As a rider, it just felt pretty short. The actual technical bit was over before you knew it. It's maybe just the first split at Fort William or Mount St. Anne or something, but I liked it. It was a cool race altogether, and finishing down by the harbor like that was pretty cool.
Great way to start the season.
Yeah, absolutely. End on Cairns at a beach vacation, and then start here on a beach vacation.
Eddie Masters, race day's done. Last thoughts on Croatia or the racetrack today? Or your race run?
Yeah, it was sick. No, I had a blast. Hopefully we can come back. Those would be my last thoughts. Yeah, feel like I've got some redemption. Yeah, snap chain was a bit gutting, but no, I had a blast all week. Track was sick. So all those keyboard warriors, put Croatia on your next bucket list destination if you want to ride some janky rock gardens.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the last word.
Yeah, that's the last word.
Laura Greenland, 7th place today.
Yeah.
Looking pretty loose on that track at some point.
Yeah.
You enjoy your time
today.
in Croatia?
Yeah, really enjoyed Croatia. It was good. Came into this week saying if I got a top 7, I'd be happy. So
yeah, top 7, and I had a good top pedal. I'm happy about. A bit of work in the off season. I seem to be going good. So yeah, top 7 and a load of points heading into Fort Bill. So yeah, heading into some tracks that suit me a bit more throughout the season. So yeah, I can't complain. I'm real happy. Just like a little bit disappointed with my ride. I didn't ride quite how I thought I could have, but yeah, I think on a track like this you're always going to make at least 2 mistakes. It's so loose and so many like variations from run to run of how the track's cut in and new rocks coming out and stuff. But yeah, I can't complain. I'm real happy to be kind of just finding that consistent top 10 flow, and felt pretty safe as well. Didn't crash all weekend, so I'm pretty surprised.
Right on.
Yeah, happy. Yeah.
Nice. And you mentioned some other tracks playing more to your strengths. What was it about this one that was particularly challenging for you?
I guess there was quite a lot of carrying speed across bumpy, quite flat sections, and I guess being a lighter rider, sometimes I kind of hang up a bit. Need a bit more gradient so I can start skipping over stuff. But no, it wasn't bad. I struggled a bit with getting the bike set up at the start. Took the whole of the first day to really kind of figure out what I was doing, and then just came to the conclusion that if you're going to be going fast on a track like this, you just need to set it hard and get on with it. Get the suspension cranked up real tough and just start going for it, really, because you can get real comfortable and you can get loads of grip over all this rocky loose stuff, but then try going fast like that and you'll start getting loose in the compressions. So I feel like in this stuff you've got to compromise a fair bit and just set it hard and get on with it. So yeah, it took me a while to figure that out, but yeah, still learning. It's good.
Race day done and dusted, first time in Croatia. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's an amazing place. Just the scenic view, the ocean, all the old buildings and stuff's really awesome to be in. The country's amazing, and the track was hectic. It was rocky and hard to ride, so something to be a little bit different on and really test the riders was pretty cool. And overall, I'm stoked. I didn't have the result that I really wanted today, but I'm just stoked to be kind of getting out of this one and heading into Fort William.
Was it the kind of track where if you lost time or made mistakes, you could push harder to make it up, or was it a track that was really difficult to regain your speed once you lost it?
Yeah, I think it was, when you made mistakes, you actually lost a lot of time. So it was really hard to push hard and not make mistakes, and it was that fine line between riding like on the edge or riding below it, and you could see the top 3 were really on the edge, and it paid off for them. So it's it's an interesting track and pretty cool to be able to come to this country and race and enjoy it. So pretty stoked, and yeah, hopefully be able to come back for a holiday one year.